Yeah, another episode of R&R. It's Jamerson Ballard. I'm the host. How y'all doing this afternoon, evening? Um, yeah, we in the month of May now, and I just had to pay rent. So, you know, we doing shit. I ain't mad at all. Shout out to the Rant Gang. Shout out to the Capital Letter Club. I'm really just happy to be able to do this thing again. Just got back from I don't know. I guess you could call it like a little vacation. We had to, break away for a minute, you know, get fully intertwined with one another. And then you know, we back. But stronger than ever, better than ever. Cooler than ever. Um, you know, had to take the show on the road for a little minute and see how it go and everything went cool, man. We was like fully automated. I mean, autonomous. I mean, and that was a wonderful experience, and it was kind of scary at the same time. Uh, for those who know, but those who don't, I rented a Tesla for the time that I was gone for like 4 days. Um, and was I didn't touch the steering wheel pretty much the whole time, bro. It was wild. It was wild. It was cool. It was scary. It was new, but it was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like I don't know. Do I have to have one? Eh, ah, eh. Self drive, I think, which is different than autopilot. I think autopilot might have been what I was taking part in. I'm not exactly sure, but it was saying self drive, and I'm hearing self drive is like $100 a month, but $100 a month to not have to touch the steering wheel for real. You just type in the address and it take you where you want to go for real. It's like it's actually kind of dope, man. Shout out to Elon, man. You know, um, and then the rest of the stuff was cool that we did. Also, um, we were in Dallas. Kitchen and cocktails was a little bit overrated. It was decent. I told my wife we paid for the atmosphere. It was our first year anniversary to celebrate it, man. So we locked in all the way and went out there, seen the sights, did some of the typical things that you do. Uh, I've never gone to Dallas as an adult for like real vacation. It's been like a turnaround trip a lot of times, and I mean, we treated it like it was a destination, you know, and we had a good time. We really did. But today's episode is entitled, as we're here to handle business. Are aliens just future humans? And I know, we like, damn, Jameson, what the fuck? You ain't talking about some real nigga shit. I am. I am. And it's gonna pose some questions. And I understand that. I know that aliens ain't really my bag, but you know, I had to kind of look into it. They saying it is future humans. Now, there are some other things that we're gonna have to deal with before we get to the show, like the meat and potatoes of the show. Um, and we'll deal with those things in a segment I like to call "Is That Right?" Now, is that right? Is a segment of the show we talk about some things that are happening in and around us, and one of those things is I think they saying that they found a cure for cancer. Now you have to forgive me, YouTube. I'm not trying to say that they have cured it, but I've seen that they have. some things going on in the research realm. They've looked at frog guts, and this is out in Japan, so this should really be in like worldview. But we're gonna just kind of gonna look over that part because this was important before I get into this other shit, right? But uh, let's we're gonna look at the video and then we're gonna discuss what we've learned. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of things that have happened. Some things I haven't touched on, but yeah, I'll share my screen.
Scientists just found a potential cancer killer inside a frog's gut. Researchers at Japan Advanced Institute of Science and Technology discovered a bacterium
living in Japanese tree frogs that eliminated 100% of colorectal tumors in lab mice.
The bacterium is called Ewingella americana. Here's what makes it wild. Unlike drugs, this microbe thrives inside tumors, where oxygen is low. It multiplies there, destroys cancer cells directly, and at the same time trains the immune system to recognize the cancer. Even more shocking, after the tumors were gone, the cancer did not come back. The immune system acted like it had been vaccinated. In lab tests, this bacterium outperformed chemotherapy and immunotherapy, with no organ damage or lasting toxicity in mice. Important note, this is preclinical research, not a human cure yet. The bacterium can sometimes cause infections, so safety engineering and trials are still needed. But the message is powerful. Nature may already hold weapons against cancer, in places we never thought to look.
So motherfuckers didn't think they looked in no frog guts, but they looked in there. And I'm hearing, I mean, okay, this is in mice. Now, there was a a black girl that I highlighted maybe in season 3 that boasted about a cure for it. And I'm not exactly sure what cancer is the cure for. I think it was like, I don't know. I don't know. Was it a cancer specific that they were only trying to cure this one? But anyway, they might be two different totally types of cancer. But I don't know whether it would change or, and again, it was all in mice, but they both basically had did something to cure cancer. Now I was griping about the fact that they didn't give this lady no more than, I think $1 million towards her research. And, because they probably don't really want to find a cure for the cancer. Um, but this new development, um, I'm not exactly sure. They're in Japan, I think, again, so they're not dependent on American funding. And the frog, I just are they going to eliminate the frogs because they don't want to cure the cancer? Is an immediate question, right? But I think that I don't know. They're gonna have to do something. I mean, with the clone meat and all that, and they not policing that, and something's gonna have to be done to keep these quote unquote cells from multiplying too much to be causing cancer in all kind of areas. And it's kind of spooky, but you know, to a world without a cure for cancer, with they having all these and introducing these new things that could cause like a crazy amount of cancer. I'm afraid. I'm deadly afraid of clone meat. I won't fuck with it. They got a term that they use because they're not going to call it clone meat on packaging. So if you're looking for it, because they've deemed it suitable for for human consumption in our country now, and so in order to to differentiate between real meat and clone meat, I think they've got this term called cell cultured. If you see that on packaging, that's clone meat. Don't fuck with it. All right. In other news, I guess surrounding the food service industry, uh, we've got like an individual, and I'm not exactly sure where this is in America. Okay, it's in Wisconsin. Um, they found some worm in their drinks, and it's probably from lack of cleanliness. I listen, dude, I'm not gonna try to tell nobody how to do their thing, right? But I worked in food service, and I can tell you the one place that was always neglected was the ice machine, the ice maker. Always. I mean, I can remember cleaning spigots, taking spigots out, changing those, sanitizing those. But I don't think it's ever been one time where we like stopped and cleaned the ice machine, the ice maker. Like this, I don't know what you would even do to do that. It's not in the protocol, but it just doesn't happen. So this doesn't surprise me very much, but it's definitely disgusting. I'm gonna let y'all see it. Let me see. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I should issue some type of warning. If you got a weak stomach, this might not sit well with you, but I don't know. I don't have a weak stomach, so I'm just telling you for those of you who might get easily queasy, this might, I don't know, this might bother
In fast food drinks. Oh, now to an unusual and disturbing find in fast food drinks. A worm, and it happened to several customers at the same McDonald's in Paddock Lake. TMJ4 got a Facebook message from Jasmine, one of the affected customers, and she told us, I'm extremely angry and having a hard time wrapping my head around it all, adding, it comes down to two things, either a sanitary issue or that someone is doing this.
It's at McDonald's, so if you don't eat McDonald's, you're safe. I don't eat McDonald's, but I don't know how. It's just if you drinking fountain drinks, period. This might be some type of concern, but the only way you can really maybe avoid that is just not getting ice at all. Which the drinks are decently cold if you get them out of the fountain, but it's like I like ice too. So anyway.
Kenosha County reporter Glenda Valdez traveled to the McDonald's in Paddock Lake and met up with Joe, another one of those who recently found a creature in his drink.
It all started with an order from McDonald's right here in Paddock Lake.
I purchased 2 coffees and a smoothie.
And ended with a disturbing discovery.
We threw all the rest of it away right away because it was so disgusting.
Jasmine Gursky posted on a local Facebook group after she says she found a worm in her drink. 2 other customers who she says she doesn't know chimed in, saying it happened to them too.
The worm came through the straw. It went into my mouth. I spit it out in my hand, and I was contemplating life because I've never had something that gross happen to me in my life.
Let me, as a man, to have something wiggling in my mouth, trying to crawl down my throat alive, I'm instantly like, boy, I'm gonna be so hot, boy. And it's just, not only am I upset, motherfucking manhood damn near. Gotta make sure nigga manhood intact still. I done had some wiggling in my man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Kenosha County Public Health says it received multiple consumer complaints about the worms and came out to inspect the restaurant on Monday. According to the report, management told inspectors they noticed worms coming from a sewage receptacle under their drive-thru soda and ice machine over the weekend. A health officer said recent flooding may have caused a failure in the floor drain and tiles, allowing water to come back through the machine.
Regular just tea expect a worm to be inside of it.
No, yeah, and it's not just an earthworm, it's a sewage worm.
Oh shit! He say no. It's a sewage worm, but is that a motherfucking oh man, what's the word I'm looking for? A parasite, bro. Wiggliness. Sound like a lawsuit to me, no.
So that makes it even worse. If you have a kid, you wouldn't want to feed that to your kid. Nobody would want to feed a sewage worm to their kids.
A sewage worm, and your kid don't even know that's. Oh my god, bro, that's 100,000 times worse.
This is Glenda with TMJ4.
I called the McDonald's location.
What the fuck is going on with her? She looked like. Let me shut up. That's not cool. That's not cool.
Directly, and the manager told me they can't comment and referred me to their licensee.
Tell from my head, she look like she's like a little person. I ain't gonna lie. She got like a dwarfy kind of look.
Hello. I spoke with a representative there who transferred me to another contact, but I did not
Them hands little than the motherfucker too, but they gotta
hear back.
Get y'all money.
According to the inspection report, McDonald's management hired a pest control company to service the area and plans to have repairs done soon. Kenosha County Public Health has now ordered a reinspection of the drive-through soda machine before it can be put back into service. In Paddock Lake, Glenda Valdez, TMJ.
Well, that's disgusting ass shit, boy. I can't, man. What? Anyway, I didn't even know how nasty that really was. I thought it was a regular worm, a sewage worm, bro. Come on, bro. We had something that was like kind of tragic that happened over the weekend. I think out here in Oklahoma City in Arcadia, and it was like 23 people injured. So I want to send a special shout out to all the people that might have been, hurt, or families that may have been affected in that whole thing. Shout out to y'all. Hope that everything's cool. I think maybe some people even passed. My condolences to the families. But also Spirit, RIP Spirit. Spirit is out of there, man. Spirit Airlines is now out of there, man. I hate it. I don't really hate it. I don't care. I don't fly Spirit. I like that though, because now I understand what was going on. Apparently, Spirit was like that company that decided that okay, we'll make the flights dumb cheap, so we'll fill our planes up and we'll just a la carte the rest of the shit, which is really genius actually when you think about it. But they were trying to do a merger. The merger didn't go through with Frontier, I think, and then that was like in 2023 maybe, and in 2024 they tried another one because they was going out of. I mean, they was hemorrhaging money, but they wasn't making enough money. They wasn't really big on profits anyway. The merger with Frontier, since they had a similar business model, made enough sense. But in this in businesses like that, when you're in that big, usually you have investors, and the investors, as long as the investors are satisfied with the move, then you can go forward with it. But they have a vote, and their concern is profits mainly. And so JetBlue also put their hat in the ring for Spirit Airline, and Spirit. I think the DOJ or something was like that won't work, because apparently JetBlue was only trying to buy Spirit so that they can eliminate Spirit and bring the prices of plane tickets back up to where they want them to be. Having Spirit around was making the plane tickets cheaper if they was on a route that other planes were on. So I guess they had to go. I mean, they had 17,000. I mean, I don't know how many employees they had, but they had a lot of employees, and they asked for a $500,000 bailout, which would have gave the government like 90% ownership of the company, and they refused to do it. And there you go. But if you were, you're just trying to get to one place and another place without no food, no bags, just you're gonna have to go to Frontier for that now. That's it. You want to risk your life to get to where you're going with no bags, Frontier is the way to go. But RIP Spirit, I'm hearing, they was really, you know, empathetic to our group, specifically the Black plight. I don't know what that was about. If that was to qualify for grant money, I don't know. But apparently, they was really big on equality and all of that. So, but again, that happened, and um, shout out to all the individuals who send me things to talk about on the show too. I really appreciate those things. Those things help. This is one of the things, and this actually was going to be the topic for today, but I changed it last minute because this other thing was like a little crazier, right? At any rate, I was talking about autonomy earlier, and apparently they're saying that the Microsoft AI CEO said that white collar jobs will be gone for the most part in 18 to 12 months, 12 to 18 months, you say? Let's hear what it has to say. I might be seeing that. I thought that was crazy, though. Mm, mm.
How close are we?
I think that we're going to have.
And you said before that thinking about AGI is misleading.
I think that we're going to have a human level performance on most, if not all, professional tasks. So white collar work where you're sitting down at a computer, either being, a lawyer or an accountant or a project manager or a marketing person. Most of those tasks will be fully automated by an AI within.
My bad.
Most, if not all, professional tasks. So white collar work where you're sitting down at a computer, either being, a lawyer or an accountant or a project manager or a marketing person. Most of those tasks will be fully automated by an AI within the next 12 to 18 months. And
That's that, he said 12 to 18 months. I don't know when this video came out. Let me see. Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to scroll down and see. Two months ago? 2 months ago? That's not a lot of time to get it together. If you ask me, I don't know. I mean, it's you trying to get a new skill, you trying to get into a new field. 8 months is enough time to do it. But golly, bro, I don't know. You went to school for lawyering. You been now. They seen at finesse 2 times. I guess he asked Chat GPT how to get out of his record contract. Something you would normally need a lawyer for. And it helped him. It helped him, you know, because you had to ask the right question, but he asked it how to get out of his was a loophole. And it ain't, I mean, well, that's a whole nother topic right there because these record companies, this shit is literal slavery that you're signing yourself into. It's like it ain't even indentured servitude. It's real slavery. But anyway, that helped. And that's kind of what Brad's talking about. Like, so why would you call a lawyer and spend $2,000 to figure out how to do something that you can do yourself with AI? I got to get a non-disclosure agreement drawn up. Guess why I asked to do it? You know what I mean? So it's really. I don't think he's lying. He might not necessarily. There probably still people paying rent for buildings, and trying to put on like they're still relevant in a way. It's like I don't know, man, but that's pretty fucking spooky, right? Almost as spooky as thinking about aliens being fucking future humans. Now, I don't know. I've heard some things over the last week or so that tripped me the fuck out. Have you guys ever heard of like a P42 or a P57? If not, journey with me to another video where I'm gonna have a lady explain to you what the fuck that means exactly. And then we're gonna talk about some other shit because it's like, wait, if you're talking about all right, let's take it one step at a time. I don't want to go too fast. I don't want to take you too fast. And this is Amy Estridge, who is I don't know. I think she's like a scientist from I'm not exactly sure. But we're gonna listen to her explain to you what a P52 and what a P47 is real quick. This is very useful in all the videos.
Have you heard of the P52s and the P47s? Do you know what that is? They're us they're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P47 is present plus 47,000 years.
Wait, what? P47 present plus 47,000 years in the future. Not 47 years, 470 years, 4,700 years. No, 47,000 years into the future.
P52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die.
Okay. Miraculously don't die. That's crazy. That is wild. So, what do y'all think about that? Because it's like, if that's the case, right, then that means that somebody has basically discovered time travel or some shit. Time travel or some shit. And if and I'm not even sure that's possible if it happened, but they keep saying things like the Mandela effects. You've heard about the Mandela effect. You haven't heard about the Mandela effect. Mandela effect is something that is changed from when you remember it as a kid up till now. Like certain things like that. Like, and they're saying it like maybe you remembered it wrong. Like the monocle on the Monopoly man, and he never had a monocle. Did something small like Curious George, did he have a tail or not? How they spell the Bernstein Bears or the Bernstein Bears? Did the Fruit of a Loom basket ever? They saying it never had one. It had one. I remember it, but they're saying that these things have changed because dark matter has happened, like being played with. Now, I thought it had something to do with the CERN situation. Now they're saying that something may have happened where it's like time travel has changed, and it's changed things. Certain things have happened over the years where they're changing things because they're going back in time. But I don't know if y'all remember, but I did an episode about how space travel I think would be possible, and it's not trying to go from one end of space to the other end of space really, really fast. Because if it's a light year away, you know how far light travels in a year. It's like you're gonna be hella. You won't make it at the age or at the condition you're in now. You aging 35,000 light years while you waiting on this thing to take you warp speed through that much time. It's probably gonna change you, and you're probably not gonna be the same. But the way they do it is you basically fold space. Like say you had a sheet of paper, right, and you folded it in half, and then those 2 points that you're trying to get to, instead of making it take hella long to get, you bring them together, and then you touch them, like something like that. That's kind of how they're saying that space travel happens and time travel apparently. So, and we've seen all of these scientists get missing in America because I talked about that. I don't know if you heard it or if you listened to the show long enough to get to that part, but there are some scientists missing that are mysteriously missing, and that all have something to do with what they're doing or the experts in our link is like linked to like space travel or time travel or something. There are also a group of scientists, like 20 scientists from China, I think Asia, are missing, and they are in the same boat. And so it's like, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to do this thing faster, better, or are they trying to keep it from from being stopped, or you know or are they trying to, at any rate, there are theories that I can't remember which one that was, where it's like a guy said that there's a and I don't even want to go into it, but I mean, apparently there is a book about Barron Trump, which is Trump's son's name, but it's like a storybook about little Baron Trump from like almost 100 years ago, like 1920 or something like that. Like, and before either one of these guys are born, I mean, Trump included, his old ass, and there's a book about him, and this Baron Trump and his caregiver, which is like, I forget his name, but I actually got the book to try to see what's going on. I haven't made the coalition yet, but um, it's just definitely interesting, right? Because apparently Trump's people got a hold of Nikola Tesla's uh, files or something. Like they're supposed to turn them to the government, but somehow or another, one of the two of the things were missing. They didn't turn them all in, and I don't know how Trump got to them, but maybe I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's interesting. But okay, so now we're gonna look at, because you talk about the Grays, right? You talk about the Grays, how they got this big ass head and these really big eyes, which could possibly be a symptom of being like underground without light exposure for an extended period. And I don't know, man. I don't know. So so we're gonna listen to an alien. This is from like 9 years ago, 10 years ago. So this is before AI. So you can't say that this is AI. We're gonna listen to an interview of an alien that is saying that it's a human. I know, right? Like, wait, hold on. I'm gonna share my screen first. I didn't popped off. Let me see. Share my screen. I haven't watched this, so you're gonna have the pleasure of watching this. We're gonna have the pleasure of watching this together. It's only about 4 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I don't want to get flagged, but it's best called Alien Interview Part 1. So it should be very hard to find if you want to watch the thing in its entirety. But we're gonna listen to this real quick, and it has subtitles, so you might hear me reading it. I don't know if you're able to see it. Good. Oh, hold on. Let me write it at the beginning. I watched some of it. What did that say? Hold on, let me see. Okay, so Project Blue Book, project number 220675, 9th of June, 1964. Classified Air Technical Intelligence Center. Okay, so this is a state planet origin. Wait. Okay, yes, you told us you said state your planet of origin. Nigga said Earth. Yesterday he told you traveled, and I quote. Traveled, and I quote, thousands of light years to get here. Yes. Tell us the truth or the word or another way. It is truth. What's that spatial difference? So I take it aliens took over our future, right? So we're human. Okay, so this nigga is Dr. Umar Johnson of Aliens. He said he is an evolutionary descendant. Stop playing. This is serious, Jamerson. All right, I'm gonna take it serious. Be serious. Kind of. Okay, so you evolved from us. So what are you doing here now? How? Hmm. Okay, so how about we concentrate on your time? He's not capable of comprehending the discoveries of his time or her time. Can you imagine if that was a female? Ooh, shit! Y'all gonna fuck? You don't think that's sexy? You ain't got to worry about weave no more. That's real. Makeup ain't no makeup. Shit, that's just. I don't know why they shoulders so hunched over. I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't know. That shit is. They not sexy at all. My dick is definitely not hard. Not at all.
Wait, so you know the meaning of what? What's the difference?
Okay, so he getting kind of deep. He's saying that he's not. Oh, let me see. Let me read it. Run it back. It's something that is described. I guess that's like it exists already. I'm seeing the origin of the universe, the nature of so-called life.
Wait, so you know the meaning of what? What's the difference? So you know how the universe is created?
Let's see what the word ascribed means. Hey Siri, what does the word ascribed mean?
To answer that, I'll need to use ChatGPT.
See, that's the kind of shit I be talking about. My Siri, I don't know what this motherfucker lazy. I'm gonna let it go to ChatGPT so it can find out what the fuck. In this
context, the word described means to explain or give details about something in words, such as telling what it looks like, what is happening, or how it appears.
So in this context, the word describe means to explain or give details about something in words, such as telling what it looks like, what has happened, or how it appears. I don't know if that answers my question. I mean,
so you think God?
So you said, you basically saying God is just a superstition to them. We've evolved past the need for that.
Okay, illuminate us. What happens when we die? Okay, so let me get this straight. There's no God, and we all experience each other's lives, right? Okay, so how was the universe created, and why is it so perfectly made for us? Moving on. Okay, so why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war?
Look, I'm trying not to. This video ain't that long, but he's saying that Dogman. I don't know. What's that?
Can you be more specific, please?
Yeah, and that's what it sounds like because everybody's racing to be like ahead with AI. AI is the edge that we're all looking to get capture first because with the help of AI, I don't know what movie that was. I think it was Star Troopers, where the aliens in that movie could keep running like scenarios over and over, like battle scenarios over and over and over and over. What was happening? They was getting trapped up in like the repeat of time going, like repeating itself. Like they kept like playing out battle scenarios over and over and over, and they restarted until they figured out what they need to do in order to win. And so that's what I think a lot of people are like with AI. They're trying to use that as a weapon in a way to kind of be able to simulate how to attack a group over and over and over and over again until they get their desired outcome. We're gonna look at the second part of the interview because I kind of was curious about what was in it. I didn't hear hardly any of the second interview, but I wanted to kind of see what was going on. So we're gonna just go with me here for a second, and this is the last thing in this. But I don't know if I believe this. I don't. It's pretty far fetched, but it's definitely. Um, is it possible? I don't know. Y'all have to tell me what y'all think in the comments.
Pretty sweet. Wow. Are you scared of me? Because you should be. Okay, so you say you're from the future and an evolutionary descendant of humans. You also say you're a different species. So, which one is it? Are you a descendant of humans or not?
They're you said the evolutionary descendants of sapiens, but we can no longer breed with your kind. Oh,
then how do you English?
I ain't got dicks and pussies no more. I don't even want to be a part of that future. I'm cool. Count me out. Count me out. I don't know what the fuck you mean by that. They don't sound cool. I don't see no titties if that's a girl. That's gonna be some horrible sex. Okay. And with my eyes big than the motherfucker, it's definitely gonna have to be doggy style for sure. But I don't think they got no dicks and pussy. I don't know what the fuck is he talking about, bro. We can't made with your kind no more. Oh my god.
Answer me. If you don't answer, I'll administer another rhinoscope on you until your system collapses. Do you understand? Now, how do you speak English? So you just picked up English, just like that. Because you're so smart, right? So, you said you know the origin of the universe, but you did not provide an explanation. So I ask you again, how was the universe created?
Is that Charleston White? 47,000 years in the future? I don't know. I don't know.
Answer the question. Really? But you can't create something out of nothing. Here it is. Only a creator can make something from nothing. Wait, you just contradicted yourself. So, wait, but you said there is an origin to the universe. There it is. I caught you on the line. Right, so now you're talking nonsense. Again, how was the universe created so miraculously? So, like, just happened, right?
Listen, he's saying that life is an inevitable consequence. If you want to see the rest of this interview, because I think it's two more after this, you can go on YouTube and find it under Alien Interview Part 2. That's all I'm about to go into with that, because that's it's really kind of crazy to think about. But I've seen some images of a P-42 and a P-47 that looked like the white lady that was trying to talk about the shit, and it was actually hilarious. I'm trying to see if I can find it, but if I can't, just understand. Just take my word for it. It was hilarious, bro. But yeah, that's all I got for that, man. Today's segment of Celebrity Spotlight is gonna be a short one. So, all I really got to talk about is David, bro. The singer David. David allegedly did that shit to that girl, man. He cut her up in pieces, and I think it's over with for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know who David is. He's a little singer, but it's a lot of that going on. You know, the underage shit. Another dude that we're gonna talk about, and this is gonna take us into the weirdo of the week, because today's weirdo of the week is Boston Richie, motherfucking ass, man. I don't know if y'all heard about Boston Richie, and I was gonna talk about Meg Thee Stallion and Clay Thomas and all that, but what is there to talk about? This is a hoe that wanted to have everything that this man could provide for her, and she's shocked that she wasn't married off to him. It sounded like to me he was off because he was distracted by her, and he needed to get rid of her so that he could focus on playing basketball at a high level. And the relationship may have gotten in the way of that. He made a decision. I don't know if they back there. I don't know. But and I'm not excusing his level, like his reasons or his method of, you know, uh dismounting the relationship if that was what he was doing. But you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You know, if you're a weak man, you can't say, you know, I don't want to be with you no more like that. I don't know. It's just maybe it's harder to do. You know, I don't know. But at any rate, Weirdo of the Week is Boston Richie, man. In this segment of Don't Be a Weirdo. You fucking with underage girls, you beating them, and everybody is focused more on the pegging. Now, apparently, he didn't got this girl to buy a dildo so she could peg him, and that's weird. I'm not saying that's cool. That's not cool at all. The reason why he got the Weirdo of the Week award is because he's fucking with underage girls and beating on them. I seen an Instagram post about a dude. From a dude that was saying something I think was interesting. He said, "Why is it that niggas that beat on bitches always have bitches to beat on?" I don't know. They know somebody that told bitches that this nigga is beating bitches, and they still finding bitches to be with. How? How? I don't get it. If you own the T app, that should be on there. He beat bitches up, but the nigga was like, "Man, that shit must be working. I might have to start beating bitches." No, that ain't the way to go. I mean, there are a percentage of women who like to be beat. I say like to be, but they don't think that you love them if you're not willing to beat them. I don't want to be a part of any of that. That's the level of toxicity I'm not willing to partake in. But yeah, that's that. Lastly, and who got active? And I don't even know how old this is, but apparently it's this dude that killed like 12 gang members in 30 minutes behind his mama.
Members under man murdered 12 gang members under 30 minutes after he was told about his mother being unalive. That man was on a mission. He wasn't letting nobody slide. He took that so personal. He saw his mother.
Yes, bro. First of all these niggas had to be in the same spot 30 minutes. Them niggas is idiots if they let this little skinny ass nigga kill them in 30 minutes. They wasn't. I don't know what they did. I think they said they tortured the man mama. Man went and got all. Bro went on a killing spree. 12 people in 30 minutes. What did he do? Blow their house up? Was these all niggas in one house? That would work. That's the only way I can see that. I'm pretty sure he ain't got no stupid ass aim like that where he went in the house full of niggas and he just roll on the ground, shot a nigga in the leg. Like I don't see no John Wick shit going on unless these just motherfuckers just don't got no aim. No, They ain't got, especially dude in there with no mustache, little dude. He ain't got no experience. He finna die. Big Mama, she finna die. All niggas die fast, and they all look like they would have died fast too. To be honest, they do. They look like they would have died fast. So shout out to bro. I mean, I'm not condoning any violence at any point. But if you're gonna go out, that's how you do it. If you're gonna do some shit, that's how you fucking do it. That sounds like some legendary shit right there. And that's what we're all about here at R&R. You feel me? Legendary shit. That's been the show. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, man. I'm finna get up out of here, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for sharing y'all's time with me. But this has been the end of the show, and this is Jamerson Ballard signing off. Y'all have a wonderful evening.